Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, A Resilient Life. I'm Ronnie. What's your idea of retirement? Of course, the typical picture of retirement is moving down to sunny Florida and spending all of your days out on the golf course. Or it might involve constant travel and jet setting around and checking items off of your bucket list. And quite frankly, financial advisors and retirement planners do a good job of selling that idea with their shiny brochures and telling you how much you're going to have to be able to retire. But for some people, if not most people, living that kind of an expensive lifestyle isn't everything that it's cracked up to be. A true story. I know of a couple that retired together, and they had grand plans of travel, seeing the country and enjoying life on the open road. And so they sold their home. Yes, they sold their home. And they used that money to buy a motorhome, and then they launched out. Well, about 2 years later, they came limping back home, broke, without a place to live. The motorhome was now worth about 1/2 of its purchase value, and it was in need of repairs. And having no other options left to them, they were forced to move back in with their children. Now, I just can't think of anything more unfortunate or tragic than that, to have your retirement spiral out of control in that fashion. Navigating your way through retirement can be tricky, and we can easily fall into a financial dungeon if we blindly follow the conventional wisdom of what retirement is supposed to look like. I would like to suggest that we rethink that we rethink our retirement and just do what's best for ourselves, regardless of what anyone else says that we should be doing, or regardless of what anyone else thinks about our choices. Now, that's what I did. Long before I retired, I gave a great deal of thought and planning to what I wanted my retirement to look like, while at the same time resisting conventional wisdom. And here are 4 of my conclusions that I've arrived at. And maybe these ideas can help you think about, or maybe even rethink, your own retirement. But before we cover those, I want to ask you to please be sure to hit that thumbs up button that you'll find down below. And here's why. YouTube uses the number of likes to promote a video in its algorithm. And I want to be able to help as many people as possible. And if you'll hit that thumbs up button, it'll get the word out for me. So I'll thank you in advance. Now, after giving a great deal of thought and rethinking about what retirement means, here's my top 4. I have more, but this is my top 4. Number 1, having my own home, ideally mortgage-free. Now, for me, this tops the list. The main part of my retirement strategy over the years has always been to pay off our home and be mortgage-free. I succeeded in doing that, in fact, many years ago. Now, the reason that this ranks number 1, there's many reasons, but here's a few why this ranks so high on my list is, well, first of all, I've got to have a place to live. I don't want to wind up homeless in my old age. Number 2, if I choose to travel, or even if I choose to do extended travel, I need to have a place to come back to. And then number 3, should my health fail, or when it fails, I don't want to just automatically end up in a nursing home because I don't have any other options. I need the peace of mind of knowing that there is a place somewhere on this planet that is mine, where I can live comfortably and in safety without having to worry if the bank is going to come take it away from me. I may never travel the world, but I will always have a place to live. And this is why having a home of my own, mortgage-free, tops the list. Number 2, when I think about retirement, I see retirement as an opportunity for self-discovery. Let me explain. Who you are today, in great part, is a result of the driving forces that came from your career and the expectations of other people. For instance, you had the daily grind, the 9 to 5, the hamster wheel, workplace drama, conflict, and stress. And then, of course, you had a job description, a job title, You might have even had an executive title, all of which gave you a sense of identity and self-worth. Well, guess what happens to you when you take away all of those abrasive elements of the daily grind? Most people revert back to the person that they were before, or maybe even revert to the person that they were meant to be instead of being the person that others expected you to be or needed you to be. Now, that is what has happened to me, and it's been a wonderful discovery for me. I'm getting in touch with myself again. I'm happy and relaxed. Some of the dreams of my younger self are coming back to me again in full force, and I'm filled with wonder again. And it's exciting. This is an exciting chapter of my life, and I'm calling it My Turn because it's a journey and an opportunity for self-discovery. Number 3 on my top 4 list of what retirement means to me as I think about it and rethink it is, of course, financial security. Now, that's not unconventional. That fits the conventional wisdom, but I want to offer an insight that you may not have thought about. Speaking for myself, I don't have much interest in traveling to Europe or living in Tuscany for 6 months out of the year in a villa. And neither am I a failure for not wanting those things. Okay? What I do want is financial security so that my retirement years are never put in jeopardy. And here's the good news about financial security. Financial security is attainable and doable for most people. And the secret is becoming debt-free. That's right. That's a secret. It's not easy to do, but it's attainable. Becoming 100% debt-free, you can have financial security with a lot less money. You can live a happy, comfortable life that is full of retirement adventures on a lot less money than what the financial advisors say that you must have in order to retire and enjoy yourself. And whenever I say mortgage debt-free, I mean completely debt-free. No mortgage, no house payment, no car payment, no credit card payment, no student loans, no nothing. And if you will work towards that goal like I did, you can live like a king in your retirement years and do so with a lot less money. And this is why financial security like this defines my retirement. And then number 4, the fourth thing on my top 4 list about thinking about retirement or rethinking it is freedom to do as I choose. I want to be autonomous. I don't want to be compelled to do anything that I don't want to do. Retirement, in my view, is having the freedom to do as I choose without having to ask anybody's permission to do it. After more than 45 years of working for a living and being beholden to somebody else's schedule, I get to call the shots now. And I think that's how it's supposed to be, don't you? You just can't put a price tag on having that kind of freedom and autonomy. And I will tell you that since I've retired, my life is absolutely full. I have hobbies and interests that keep me fully engaged, and I've got the time to do it. I spend time hanging out with my family and friends. I enjoy the outdoors, camping and gardening, and spending days at the beach, and I've got time to do that. Sometimes I'm as busy as I was when I was going to work, and sometimes I'm even more busy than I was when I was working. And then sometimes I just chill out. And it's great to be able to take a nap whenever I want without the fear of getting caught or feeling guilty about it. I'm working to improve myself through health and fitness and a good nutrition plan. I'm reading books and learning new skills. I'm growing as a person. I'm getting stronger, smarter, faster, better. And I would never dream of spending my money on anything that would put my autonomy at risk. I no longer have to work. And if I ever choose to work again, it'll be on my terms, not someone else's. You see, retirement isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of an open highway. But you've got to have freedom and autonomy if you want to travel down that new road. So that's my top 4. And that's all for now. If the typical picture of retirement doesn't appeal to you, I'm interested in knowing what your views are and what your ideas are. So leave me a comment below. Always remember, other people will read your comments and your insights will be helpful to them as well. If you've enjoyed this video, as I mentioned before, hit that thumbs up button because YouTube uses the algorithm to promote the videos. And so take care, and we'll see you next time.